What's up guys, Lee Fry here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be discussing the Sony a6100 and the Sony a6400 and which one is better for videos, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So if you're new to my channel, the kind of things you guys will see here is reviews, tips, tricks, tutorials for the budget filmmaker / content creator. If that is something that interests you, consider subscribing right now and stay tuned for future content. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video right now, and we're going to be discussing the Sony a6100 and the Sony a6400. Sorry, cannot show you right now because I'm videotaping on it right now. So do people still say videotaping? I'm recording on it right now. So what we're going to discuss is the similarities, the differences, and I'll be showing you some sample footage throughout this video. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the similarities. So let's get into it. So the similarities, let's start off with they both share the same 24.2 megapixel APS-C size sensor. That is 4K or 6K image downscale to a 4K image. As far as 4K, they both shoot in 30 frames per second, up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p up to 120 frames per second. They both have this lovely flip-up LCD. They both have the amazing 425-point phase detection autofocus system. It's an amazing system, by the way. Love it. They both do not have IBIS. They both have the same battery, which Sony for years has been infamous for until the a6600 came out, where they put the bigger battery in. But they both have the same battery and the same poor battery life, I might add. They both have an no limit recording limit. As long as you have it hooked up to some sort of power, you can basically record for as long as you want without the thing overheating. I have personally not tested out this feature yet, but I have read on both of them that they do have that option as long as they're hooked up to power. So that is something great to have. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Oh yeah, they both have headphone jacks. If you're gonna vlog on them, you might want to get one of these little mounts just so you can relocate the mic, because if you put on the regular hot shoe mount right here like that, you're gonna be blocking your screen. So if you're familiar with the cameras, I'm sure you already know that about this camera, but just in case you're not, it's a thing you could do. So those are the similarities. I know you're probably sitting here thinking, Lee, they're basically the same camera, and really I wouldn't argue with you that much on it. They are very similar, but there are, in my opinion, two main differences that might be significant to somebody that's on the fence about getting one of these cameras, and they could be very significant to some individuals. So let's go over those two main differences. The first, and probably to me the biggest one, is the picture profiles. The Sony a6400 has the HLG, has Cin 4, has S-Log 2 and 3. It has the picture profiles. It gives you the option to have a little more control of what your image is going to look like. It gives you a little bit more dynamic range. With this guy, you don't get picture profiles. So if you end up going with this one, you better be in love with the standard picture profile. Now, you can play with the saturation and the contrast, and you can preserve a little bit of the dynamic range, but you're just not going to have the same amount of dynamic range that you would if you had the picture profiles like the a6400 has. So that's difference number one. Difference number two is the build quality. The a6400 has the weather-sealed magnesium body versus the a6100 is made of plastic. If you ever have worked with the a6000 series camera, just the original a6000, they're basically feel a lot the same. It feels solid though. It doesn't feel just like a cheap camera, but it is not weather sealed and does not have the magnesium body. It's plastic. So those are the two main differences in my opinion. There might be more, but in my opinion, they're not that significant, whatever those differences are. Just my everyday use with these two cameras, those are the differences that I notice. You might know a few more differences than I do, and if you do, leave it down in the comment. I'm willing to learn more about these cameras because I love both of them. So who are these for? Who is going to want this a6100 and who's going to want the a6400? In my opinion, if you're going to go with the a6100, you're probably a person that is just going to be doing a lot of either at home videos, online content such as YouTube, Instagram, other social media stuff, or maybe some light professional work such as weddings or stuff like that. The people that might want the a6400 is maybe someone that's dabbling in more professional work, because again, with picture profiles, it gives you more control of what your image is going to look like. And if you're dabbling in professional work, you probably want that just because you want your image to look as good as you can, so you can get more and more clients to make more and more money. So you might want that control over your image. Not saying you can't use this, but again, you just don't quite get the same quality as far as like dynamic range and just having, again, more control over your image as you would with the a6400. Now, again, is that worth the $300-ish difference between the two cameras? Again, it just really depends what you're trying to do. If you are someone that knows they're going to be out doing professional work or out in the elements, the a6400 is probably a better option for you. If you're someone that doesn't care quite as much, and I was that person as well, but now that I'm wanting to make more projects like my short film in my last video, I'll leave the description up here so you guys can check that out. If you want to do more stuff like that, that's why I decided to get this camera. That's why I decided to trade in the GH4 and the M50 and the lenses that went with that, so I can get the a6400 and my 18-105 lens back there. So yeah, so it was worth it. To me it was. So again, really, you just have to make the decision what you think. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I think I'm going to wrap it up. So I hope this was useful. Hope you guys liked it. Again, if there's anything you want to add, anything you guys want to let me know that I didn't put in this video, please leave a comment, let me know. If there's anything you guys want to see, again, leave a comment, let me know. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Again, hit that like button, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys at the next video. See you soon. Bye.